Have you ever met an F1 racing driver?
I think I met Fernando Alonso once, but I
Yeah.
was really little, so I don't really remember that much. I think he came for an endurance race. And I also met Nick DeVries. He was like sort of an F1 driver, but then he got kicked out, or I don't know what happened. And then did I meet anybody else?
Mazepin.
Oh yeah, Mazepin. Yeah, I met him. So
Hmm.
I met Nikita Mazepin, and
You didn't mean Gasly?
yeah, I met Pierre Gasly also. So he's an F1 driver currently. So it's pretty nice to meet him. It was an honor to meet them.
What do you feel about all these drivers? What's special about them?
I think it's just like the courage and the bravery to drive in an F1 car. It's pretty big. Being an F1 driver, even if you're last to first, means you're like the 20 best drivers of the world.
Yeah. Do you ever visualize being amongst the 20 best drivers in the world?
Yeah, obviously, I think it's possible. I just need to work a little bit more harder, and I think I can do it.
Hmm. How old are you?
10.
Wow. This much discipline at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you get so disciplined?
You just have to, because if you don't, then you won't be able to even make it in karting. Then if you can't make it in karting, I can't even make it in Formula 4. So then how will you make it into Formula 1?
Hmm.
So you need a lot.
Do you feel 10 years old on the inside?
Not really in karting, because like there's drivers your age, a little bit younger, but in general life, yeah.
Hmm. Who's your favorite F1 driver?
Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
What do you love about him?
He's just like really aggressive, and sometimes like I think in Monaco 2023 he just put that lap in when it matters. And I think he clipped the wall on the last kink also, so it was a very good lap time. And also Fernando Alonso, because he also finished second in that one in Aston Martin, not even like in a McLaren and Ferrari or Mercedes, like those sort of cars. I mean, I don't particularly like him, but he's also a pretty good driver.
Hmm. Which team do you support in F1?
I actually now like Red Bull and McLaren. I think more McLaren because their team stuff are doing like really well. Like they're managing the championship, I think best anybody in a team has ever done. I don't think there's really been under any championship rivalries in one team, but I think they're handling it pretty well. Like only one crash in Canada, but very little crash, not like a huge crash. So I think they're doing really well. I think I want Oscar to win this time. And then if the car is competitive for next year, then Lando.
Hmm.
Because Oscar, like he's younger, and I think he has won a lot of championships in F2 and F3. So I think it's really possible for him to win an F1 title as well. And he's like, whenever he wins, he's happy and he doesn't become like very arrogant. Like he's okay
Hmm.
with it. So even I think if he wins the world championship, he'll be the same. So I think it's pretty nice. Yeah.
Hmm. So you appreciate humility in the drivers.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of F1 fans saying that, they like humble drivers.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What do you think Piastri, Verstappen, even Hamilton, all these guys were like at your age?
I know Verstappen won the CIK or whatever it was called, FIA championship back in the days. So, and he was also racing with Leclerc, I think, as well. So I think he was pretty good. And I think when he won those championships, it was like when he was 13, 14, 15. Then he went into single seaters. Like, I think his single seaters journey was really little until he got into Formula One. He was also the youngest driver to win a race. And he started at Toro Rosso, and then only 1 year in Toro Rosso. Then he went all of the years in Red Bull. So it's a really fascinating journey. And if he leaves the team, then it'll become like Lewis Hamilton leaving Mercedes. And I think to leave a team in F1, it's pretty sad and upset.
You appreciate loyalty
Yeah.
in motorsport, right?
Yeah.
You're not a Ferrari fan?
Not really.
What do you feel about Ferrari?
It's famous for being the oldest team in F1, so it's pretty good, but it's just not having the best of seasons this year.
It's not having the best of phases, I think, in the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Right? When I was a kid, it was all about Ferrari. There used to be a racer called Michael Schumacher.
Yeah, he won 7 world championships.
Yeah. You've ever watched Michael Schumacher's...
Yeah, I watched his movie on Netflix.
Gotcha.
And also there's a Senna movie like that.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. I watched both.
Yeah. Who do you think deserves a movie now of the current lot of racers?
I think honestly Oscar Piastri because he's come all the way from F4 to F1. And I think when he's gone to F3, he's won the first time, and F2, he's won the first time. Just F1, like it actually shows you how hard F1 actually is to win in your first year.
Hmm.
I think he has a good chance to win the title. I don't
Hmm.
think really Max has a good really chance because if he gets one more penalty, I think he'll be banned for one race. So it's not really going a season this year.
You were talking about your race where some of the boys try bullying you a little bit. Do you ever talk to those boys after the race?
Not really.
No?
No. But maybe they call us to the steward. Can you explain the stewards?
Steward is like a referee.
Okay.
He'll call you out if you did something, and you have
Okay.
to go and give a hearing.
After the race?
Yeah.
Wow.
So then I always try and prove my point right, that I had the right for the corner or I had the inside and then he just turned it on me, then he spun by himself. So I think, yeah, that's how I might do it sometimes.
Have you ever had a crash?
Yeah, I had many crashes in my life. I've actually had a crash pretty recently, like in Belgium, where a driver spun and he was going like around 20 kilometers per hour. Then, like, he spun over here. I was trying to avoid him, but then he was in the middle of the track. So then I just hit him, and then I got a little bit hurt. But
What happened? What happened?
I actually got hurt over here, and my wrist had like dead nose.
You know, she had like a strain on her wrist,
Okay.
like not a fracture, but it was quite bad.
But I was able to drive the next day, so it wasn't that bad. But I had to have like the tape, like the tape
Yeah.
on your hands.
Yeah.
So I had to have that on while driving, and I was also a little bit sick over there also. So yeah,
Do you ever feel afraid while you're racing?
I don't think at all because if you're scared, then you shouldn't drive. So if you're scared of crashing, then I mean, if it's for like a championship, like if you don't want to crash for a championship and a little bit scared, then it's sort of okay. So like if you crash, you'll not get any points. Then the guy finishes the race, then he gets more points than you, then he'll win. So it's sort of like a little bit being safe when you're in a championship, but when you're just fighting to learn and you're not in a championship situation, just go flat out.
How does your brain feel after a race?
If I did really well, then I get really excited, and then I go running over to my mom and dad, so to tell them that I actually felt good while driving.
Yeah.
So, and then sometimes my mom and dad automatically congratulate me because I'm not really sure if I really did well by myself. Like I was, for example, 15th when I started, then I went back to 20th, then I came back up to 15th. So I finished where I started, but I still gained a lot of positions from where I was at the beginning of the race. So actually, in real terms, I gained 5 places, but if you actually look properly, I just stayed where I started. So
I've heard that like F1 drivers after a race, they end up losing weight, right? Like they actually become lighter right after the race.
yeah.
Do you experience something like that?
I think I actually become heavier after a race because you drink a lot of water. Like after the race, like around 3-4 hours, so not a lot. But I think, yeah, I think you'll get a little bit heavier. Like if I weigh 35 kgs, then I might go to 37 after the
Wow.
race. So 2 kgs is a lot.
Is it physically tiring to race?
If you're not really trained for it, then yeah. But if it's like a race for like 20 laps in a very fast category, like a mini max, then you might get a little bit tired, obviously, like physically. I'm not sure, like mentally, but the physical, I think I'm pretty strong and I don't really get tired.
Do you think your fitness is a huge advantage for you?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. You're really strong for your age. So this is something you've obviously worked on, right?
Yeah.
I've heard that you need to do a lot of neck training for the sake of racing.
Yeah, like in Abu Dhabi, there's a track, and you take a corner. It's like so high G's, and like I think you at least pull like 2.5 to 3 G's over there, and that's in a mini kart. So when you move into a junior or a senior, you have to be even more trained for it. So it's like if you're strong, you can go fast, and if you're not, you can go slow.